All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome to Boomer's Blades. So, this was kind of an unplanned video. Let me get this out of the way. That'll come later. This video is about... Actually, this video was already being recorded. I haven't used this thing in a while. I think I paid like 60, 70 bucks for this thing. $65 somewhere on there, but I'm making a video and the battery was charged and it turned off, so I had to start over. Anyway, that being said, we'll just start over. What the hell? It's Thursday, tomorrow's Friday, tomorrow's payday. Boomer's Blades gets a new Jack Wolf, and I'm getting a slip joint knife from Trapper John's. I ordered the Blue Micarta Benny's clip. It's not brand new. It looks brand new. But I bought it because I wanted to see the difference between a $199 knife and a $300 knife, or $350, which is what these cost. These are $300. If you don't know, these are Jack Wolf knives, my very favorite, all-time favorite knives. And the reason I'm making this video, which I'm gonna add some really good news to it, which is on this video that I didn't get to finish. So I've been watching a lot of Jack Wolf videos. I watch a lot of knife videos anyway. Slip joint, modern slip joint, as well as a traditional slip joint. I just like knives, so you know, whatever tickles my fancy is what I'm gonna watch. But I was watching a lot of videos. Excuse me, let me take a drink. Because even though I've only been on for 2 minutes with you guys, first video was almost 14 minutes. Well, they, you know, a lot of people are saying that, and on Jack Wolf videos, and mind you, they're good videos. I give credit to everyone that makes videos, because this is time consuming and it takes money to do these videos. You have to buy these knives. Some people do get free knives. I don't. I have to buy my own knives, which is fine. I love spending my money on knives I like. My favorite knives are Jack Wolf knives of all time. And the other video I was mentioning that when I first started watching videos, people were talking about YouTubers about bonding with a knife, and I just didn't understand it. I do now. Like I said, these are the most extraordinary knives that I've ever had my hands on. Ben Belkin makes these knives, if you don't know. He's the inventor slash creator, owner. I know his friend, his partner Donnie helps him. I don't know. I'm not real sure exactly what all he does, but I know he's got a big hand in it as well. But moral of the story is that they on the videos they were saying that you can't open a slip joint, you know, with one hand. And many people I've talked to, because I work around thousands of people, I go different places, and you know, I speak with the coworkers, and I show them my Jack Wolf knives, and I'll show my case knife as well. But you know, they think they're pretty, but I pull out it's funny because I pulled out the sharpshooter, and I was letting them know about Boomer's Blades, and that I was going to give out some knives, and if they wanted to subscribe. And I pulled out my Diamondback Jack Purple Haze and my sharpshooter, and all you heard was, wow. I thought it was funny, but I'm proud to carry these anyway. So the story goes, you can't open a this is what this video is actually about. You can't open a slip joint with one hand, and it's easy. And remember that if you've seen my other videos, I've had a boxer's break on this hand. This thumb doesn't go all the way up. My wrist is all crooked. You know, it's half deformed, but I make it work. and I can open a Jack Wolf knife, slip joint knife, with one hand. I can sit here all day and open it. It can't be done. Now, I don't know if you want to do it, but I just had to prove a point that my favorite knife of all time can be opened with one hand. And the other good news is there's been a lot of, I don't know if I should say controversy, or a lot of talk about, some people refuse to try these knives, and they just feel they're too expensive. And they are. They're a little expensive. They're not too expensive. They're expensive. There's a difference. Too expensive is it's undoable. You can't afford it. I'm a blue collar worker. I'm not. I don't make a lot of money, but I can afford them. But now everybody can afford them because Ben Belkin is coming out with new knives, slip joint knives. They're very nice. I saw them today. Another YouTuber did a video, and of course I talked on it and said hi, and made my comments, and come out with 4 different patterns. I believe they're Barlow pattern. Very nice, beautiful knives. Different materials, a little bit more affordable, but good materials. I can't recall exactly what it is. And that's why I had done this. I was going to show you on my phone, but well, the battery died. I hadn't used it in months, and even though it said full charge, once you start doing it, it's not gonna. It died in 13 minutes. It didn't last long. Of course, my videos never last 5-7 minutes unless it's a short. And trust me, if I could make a 5-minute short, I'd make a 5-minute short. I like to ramble on, and my apologies. It's just the way I am. I get excited about my knives. So, what I was saying is, Ben's coming out with a line of knives, slip joint. He's got the Barlow pattern. I believe that's all he showed. He probably has more planned. He's always got a plan. Amazing man. He just does all. These are the best knives ever, guys. And if you have never had one, you'll be able to have one now because he's coming out with Jack Wolf knives for a low price of $69.99. That's it. When I saw that video, when I was watching that video, my jaw just dropped, and all these feelings went through my head. Like, oh man, I had different thoughts. And I can give away Jack Wolf knives now, more than one, on my giveaways, and I got all excited, and I was like, man, I can't believe it. $69.99. That's it for a Jack Wolf. Now you're not gonna get the Pog but that's just extra collector stuff, man. What you really want to experience is a Jack Wolf knife. They're gonna come out in cool little boxes. He didn't show the boxes. I know I'm gonna get some. At that price, I'll have 10, 15 before you know it. Just a few months, because I still will be buying stuff like this, but at the same time now I can get maybe 1 or 2 of these a month, and 4, 5, 6 of the cheap, the lower budget patterns. I should say cheap, because they're definitely not cheap knives. That's the good news I was excited to give you guys, that Ben Belkin is coming out with. And see, I mentioned on one of my videos, about how he cares about knives and he cares about people, and I told you the story how he gifted me a Pog and some stickers upon request, of course. I asked him, I reached out to him and asked him, hey man, I love your stickers, but I don't see any stickers for sale on your website. Well, he sent me some. He didn't have to do that. Just an amazing, good-hearted man all the way around, who, if you don't know the story, Jack Wolf was his grandfather. And he used to, and what's funny is, my grandfather used to sit my grandparents had a big porch, wood porch, and he had a rocking chair out there. It was green, but it was like kind of like you could tell it'd been painted. And I didn't think about it when I was a kid, but I remember different colors. Well, it was the colors that they painted over the years. It's the same rocking chair. Probably was there before I was even born. No, not probably, definitely. But he'd sit out there with his knife, and he'd peel apples. And it was a case. I believe it was a case, just because I have case knives now, and it looked like it. It was a Stockman, and he'd pull it out, and I'd always get on his nerves. You know, grandfathers. I mean, I don't have a big high tolerance for children. I don't have the patience. I think children are great. They're cute. They're little. They're funny little little people. They're with their own minds. But I'm just not a kid person. But the story is that Ben was influenced and named the knife company Jack Wolf for his grandfather. It hit home, and that's how I ended up buying these knives. And they're awesome knives. And I'm kind of rambling, guys. But the new knives are gonna be $69.99. Let me give it back to you. And there's a lot of videos that say you can't open a slip joint Jack Wolf knife. And I'm saying Jack Wolf because I saw it on several videos. Jack Wolf knives, that you can't open a slip joint with one hand. But yeah, I'm so excited. I can't wait. Carlos is at the Carlos from Trapper John's. If you don't know, that's my favorite knife shop that I go to. I try to get most of my knives from him. He doesn't have every knife that I want, so unfortunately there's times that I have to order somewhere else, but I try my best. And I'll be getting a slip joint Tiddywit, is that how you say it? Knife. It'll be my first one. I want to start collecting those as well. From him, he's got one there. I'll be going over there to pick it up Saturday. But he's at the Blade Show, and at the Atlanta Blade Show, and Ben Belkin is there, my favorite knife maker. And I was like, dude, I know you're gonna talk to him. Get me some stickers. I like the Wolf stickers. They're not really available too much. Which is what he sent me, but I put it on my truck. The other one is on my little box here. I kind of wanted a couple more, but what I wanted was an Atlanta Blade Show Jack Wolf sticker, and I know he had them made, I'm pretty sure. But anyway, so he'll probably bring me a couple stickers. Ben's a good guy. He'll give him a couple stickers for me, and I'm excited about that. Again, this video was about slip joint knives not being able to open with one hand. I know I mentioned it on the first video, but I have injuries on this hand. I can't remember. You know you're getting old when you can't remember what the hell you just said 5 minutes ago. So I wanted to prove that you can't open a slip joint, especially a Jack Wolf knife, because these do have a very strong pull. I remember the first one I got was the Venom, the green toxic Venom, and I thought, and if you watch my video, I was like, oh man, this, of course it wasn't broken in. It's gotten a little bit better, but still has a lot of and you can do the Venom too. It's a little harder on the Venom because it's a little bit longer, but so it takes me, it's just easier. It's the sharpshooter's a little bit shorter, and that makes a difference. I have big hands, but I have short hands. Big hands for my size, I guess. But anyway, so Saturday when I went to Trapper John's, and this was on my first video too, this is where I left off when it died. I got some knives to clean and show, and these knives belong to an 8-year-old boy. 8 or 9, I think Carlos said he was 8 years old, but he's starting early. And I'm probably gonna need your help or anybody there, but that knows more than I do. I'm not an expert in knives. I'm just a knife enthusiast and a knife collector. This has one X on top, two X's on the bottom, and it says case. And this little list here kind of confused me. So I want to say it's from the 80s, but I know somebody out there, and I cleaned it up a little bit. It was it's it carbon steel or chrome vanadium? I said that chrome vanadium. Yeah, I think so. You know, it's older now. They make them carbon steel and stainless steel. But I cleaned it up. It was literally, this blade was as dark as, let's say, this 1971 or 72 case. It was, and I know it's got to be chrome vanadium as well. It's all oiled up. I soak them for a little bit, and then I'll wipe them, and then I'll put the Dremel tool to them, and I clean them up. And I usually charge to clean these to make them look new again. I did pick one up in one of my when I was out of town with one of my coworkers. I go to a lot of places. I really don't like saying who I work for, in case I say something wrong about anything, and I don't want it to, well, I don't think you're supposed to anyway. So I have made a couple of videos on my lunch break, but there's nothing with the name of my company, and I like to keep it that way. But 631HP, I'm sorry, 6318H as in Henry, P as in Paul. Rusty Miner, I know you're going to see this video. Gonna need your help, buddy. It's got 8 Case 2X USA, and from what I see, and it's kind of hard to see because I wear glasses, so it says in 1970, Case added the dot beneath the USA on all knives. So that's what it is. So, but what's confusing me is there's 8 dots here, or yeah, and it says so it's either 1970 or 1972, but I'm thinking it's a 1970 because it's 8 dots. I don't know. I'm confused. But anyway, I'm gonna clean this up. It's got oiled right now, so it's kind of grimy, and I'm gonna clean these up really nice. And I actually got another one. I don't know what the hell this one is. This one's pretty beat up. So I picked up from my coworker. I picked up another trapper like this, a Delrin trapper. I'm gonna say it's in my backpack. I had him put it in an envelope, and I'm gonna clean it up as well. But the blade is more in this shape. It's seen its sharpening. This one only has one blade. I mean, I think it's supposed to have 2, but I see a stick in there. So I think the blade broke and they just put a stick. But I don't know if anybody knows what brand this knife is, let me know. These knives, again, they were inherited. A young man, 8 years old, got them. So I'm going to clean them for him for free. And then we have God, I can't see. Keen? Is it Keen or it's not Klein? Keen Whittler, I think it says. It's kind of hard to see because the tank it's kind of hard to see the tank stamp because the bolster, it's kind of sits down. Yeah, Keen Whittler. If anybody knows what this is, let me know. JC, you're pretty good with knives, brother. I talked to JC Monajar earlier. We talk on the phone every once in a while. He's a busy man. He's got little kids, beautiful little daughter. Every time I see her on his videos, reminds me of my daughter when she was little. But I'm gonna clean these up for him. I'll probably end up doing them Friday night, and I'll be tired as hell because I gotta come home and cut the grass. It's getting kind of long because I make a lot of videos and make slips. So, but no, it rained a lot, honestly. So anyway, that was the good news that, Jack Wolf, Ben Belkin from Jack Wolf is making very affordable knives. Now, everybody's going to experience the thrill of owning a Jack Wolf. They're awesome. When I was talking to JC Monajar, I told him about it. I said, man, you got to get one, bro. They're badass, blah, blah, blah. And text a couple other buddies. I won't give their names because I'm not real sure how they feel about that. And guys said, that, hey man, they're too expensive, and they are. They cost a little, but worth every penny, worth every of my penny. And if you do get one, I guarantee you, even if it's the more budget one, you're gonna want more. They're awesome knives. I don't know if I mentioned, but he's got 4. It's a Barlow pattern, different colors or same pattern, different colors. It's a Barlow. So if those do good, Ben Belkin says he's going to make more. I know they're going to do good. This is an amazing product with just like no other. These are hands down my favorite knives, and I think they will always be my favorite knives. I will collect other knives and try different things, and because I like to do that, but it'll definitely always be my number one. And I'll always remember that the Green Toxic Venom was my very first. I can actually tell you, I got 8 of them now, and I can tell you I'm fixing to have. No wait, do I have 8? 7 or 8. Anyway, I'm fixing to add another one, maybe 2 more to the collection. I know Carlos from Trapper John is going to get some in next week. So I'm definitely getting one of those. Plus the lower budget, the $199 one. I got a real good deal on that. I couldn't say no. It is used. I prefer to buy new, but I will buy used, especially like a bless you, Boomer. My dog is sneezing over there. They're going to be awesome. He's got a new pattern out. I forgot the name. That was the whole hint of using this so that I can show you. I was going to show you on my phone. I don't have my laptop with me, so I can't do that. But anyway, I was so excited. Wasn't planning on doing a video. I still got to do the video on the Barlow. I bought a Rough Rider Barlow. Badass little knife, man. I really like it. $9.99. I think I paid like $50 with shipping and handling. Smoky Mountain Knife Works. I got to make a video on that. I made it short just because I've been busy, like I said. Snaps, the walk and talk's not all that great, but hey, man, I hadn't even tested the cutting yet, but it's a good little knife. I saw this knife on Big Red EDC, and then I saw it at Wicked Blades. If you haven't seen their channels, go check them out. Wicked Blades. Got some good stuff. It's got a lot of modern slip joints, different stuff. He's got a good channel. He's got good stuff. Big Red EDC is I think he's been doing it a lot longer. I think he's been doing it for years. He's pretty good too, man. I enjoy his show as well. But anyway, so I'll probably make that video along when I get the other ones. I'll be getting a couple of knives here in the next few days. So I'll make videos on that. But my main thing that I was excited about, and I'm at 23 minutes, I gotta go. Hey, you guys have a great night. Thank you for subscribing. Keep your knives sharp. I'm at 200, is it 56 or 46 subscribers? Jeez, I'm tired. Anyway, guys, you're great. Thanks each and every one of you for subscribing. Thank my fellow co-workers, the more recent ones that subscribed in the last few days. Thank you very much. You guys have a good night, and we'll see you on the next one.